Well, not a horrible night, but certainly not the night we were looking for from either the new horse that was sent to us, Took a Dive Off Dipper, who we put in the amateur race with Lauren, or a Handsome Face. We still got No Free Lunch coming up, but not the night we were looking for. And as I looked at the races tonight, I had got the scouting report on Dipper. That's called a blinker. We're allowed to put those on. Thank you. I got the scouting report on Dipper, and they said he was a stone cold runaway. I was a little worried for Lauren. I mean, Lauren, if you've met her, is 85, 90 pounds. I don't think she's 100 pounds. There's no way she is. And, when I'm hearing from people like Dexter Dunn and them saying he's just stone cold runaway, I was a little worried. So we had him plugged up. We had his ears plugged pretty good. We had a snake cord on him, which they said he wore. He just didn't look like a horse that went in 49 3 starts ago. And I have to believe that's probably has to do with the equipment we had on him, but a horse with 45 wins and 600,000 made, you would think in a position to do well, he'd do well, but I don't know the horse, to be honest. So I'm gonna have to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's a classy old horse. As I said, he won 3 weeks ago in 49 3. Did we just have him too cooled down? Did we just have him too plugged up? Maybe he tied up on the ship over. I have no idea. But we'll find out. We'll do the same as we always did. Now, we can't scope tonight. There was no scope here tonight. We'll scope them both in the morning, both him and a Handsome Face. We'll talk about him in a minute. And then we'll draw blood on them on Monday and see what the blood work says. Before we start worrying about, might have been this, and it could have been this, and possibly, let's know what it isn't. It makes it much easier to figure out what it was when we know what it wasn't. So, Took a Dive Off Dipper. A little flat tonight. But I'm sure he'll bounce back. As I said, I don't know him, but he didn't make 600,000 and win 45 times for multiple trainers on being an okay horse. He's a good horse. I went with a Handsome Face now, quite the opposite drive. Lauren was a little conservative. I was the opposite way. Here's the problem. Yes, I was happy to race him on the front. I was a little concerned with a quarter and 27. Less concerned when the half popped up 56 3. But I know this guy, we had scoped him and they said, he flips his palate easy. And we baycoxed him and worked on him. So a number of things could happen. Maybe he just can't trot as fast. I think he will. If he didn't tonight, he will. But he can't trot as fast as I asked him to. I thought he'd trot 56 tonight. I said that openly. I believe he could have. He trotted probably 57 and 1, 2. Maybe I just expected too much. Now, a little issue going to the gate. I can see him throwing his head, and I'm saying, what is he doing? I've seen horses do this before as a driver many times. He felt to me like he was trying to get out. And then all of a sudden, boom, he swung to the pace. Did you see me come in late? It's because he paced going up to the gate. I think he was just trying to get out a little bit, the bugger. So I swung him back into the trot, and I let him flatten out before I asked him to go. I let him flatten out again, and then I caught the gate and trotted out. Now, I don't know Chris's horse, but he can leave like a runner. I would have liked to drop in behind him, but there was no room there. Aaron was there, so I just kept going. And when I put him in gear to trot to the front, last time Donnie cinched him at Scioto, I think I watched the video, he swung to the pace. So I'm like, I'm just going to let him trot. I said, maybe Chris won't remove. I don't mind being on the front. Again, in my mind, I'm thinking he's going to trot 56. This horse can probably beat me, but he's going to have to beat me my way. I'm not going to let him win the race on his terms. He's going to have to come and beat me. So we get up. I'm like 27 3. I'm like, oof, 27 1's plenty. I got him settled down a bit. Coming to the half. Now, at that point, did he shut it? Did he flip his palate a little bit? Now, he didn't make any noise, but I'm interested to see if there's a little bruise on his palate or not tomorrow. You'll still see that little bit of redness, and you'll maybe even see a little swelling on him tomorrow if he did. Because I noticed in the replay, now, down the backstretch, his stride shortened now. He could have simply been tired. Absolutely could have been. If they scope him and say, no redness, no blood, no nothing, I'm like, it was my fault. I went too much. But when the 56 3 popped up, I'm like, the only horse that can trot with me in my mind is in behind me. He's probably going to beat me, but maybe not. If I go a mile and 56, I'm first or second. Halfway down the backstretch, he was complete power outage. And again, that could have simply been that I was wrong. I thought he'd trot in 56 and a bit, and I was wrong. And then around the last turn, Aaron made a break, and he held strong to be fourth. And he was tired at that point. But the question I have is, why was he tired? Was he tired because I went too much? And there is an absolute possibility that is 100% what happened. Or did he tire because I shut him off a little bit coming to the half? And if that's the case, how do we mitigate that? Add a little weight so he doesn't pace going to the gate. Keep his head down, not up. Keep his head down. Keep him relaxed. Maybe put an open bridle on him for a little while. I know he has talent, but maybe he's just an ordinary horse and he's got okay talent. Or maybe we can fix him up, and as he grows up and matures, he can be a decent trotter. He's got a beautiful gait, I can tell you that. Either way, I'm obviously disappointed with the fourth, and I have to blame myself for that, but I had no regrets until the 5/8 pole, I can tell you that. So we'll move on. We'll move on with a handsome face. Good news is he still fits in non-winners a 2 or 3. Non-winners a 2 claimer. Probably has to go for, I don't know, he has to go for 24, 25,000 or whatever. So we have options with him. But he's okay. So he's somewhere between okay and pretty good. We'll find out in the coming weeks. I'm not too worried about it. I know that Scotty's going to be super conservative with no free lunch tonight from post 10. So I think we all know what's going to happen there. Hopefully we get some fireworks up front, and he gets a good straight run at them. Tonight at some point. That'd be good. Tomorrow we got a couple of horses at Flamborough with Bravura and Blue Tesla. I know they're not on the calendar. I asked Curtis to add them. And then Monday, I forgot that Globetrotting was Indigo Monday. Mark just told me, he said, I'm down to drive one of Megan's on Monday, an aged horse. I said, really? I can't. Oh, Globetrotting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I said, she's a nice mare. I said she had a bad quarter crack behind. If she's sound on that, she should be fine. So, as I said, a great week leading up tonight. A little lackluster tonight. I don't know much about Took a Dive Off Dipper, but we'll get to the bottom of him on Monday, and I'm certain he'll be much better next week. They say he does like the front end, so maybe he was pouting a bit, and the equipment we had on him, maybe he just didn't like, but we'll cut him loose next week for sure. And then a handsome face, quite the opposite. Again, scope him, draw his blood, maybe drive him quite a bit more conservatively and get him in with a softer crew next week also. So that's where we're at right now. I hope you guys had a good day. We had a lot of fun with the babies. I did not finish any videos today, but you know what? We get a 4-hour drive home tomorrow. I suspect I'll have lots of time to do it then. So I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Take care.